Hi guys, welcome to my review of my publisher. I'm going to start part one out by reviewing the software that's being used for all the projects that you're gonna do. This specific project is for my wedding album, which I'm going to show you like the hard copy afterwards. But I want to talk about the positives and the negatives about the software. Now, one of the things I really liked about the My Publisher software is that it's free and that it's very easy to use. It's pretty straightforward. If you want, you can drag and drop photos directly from your computer into the project, and it's not going to upload anything until you decide to purchase the book. So that is pretty smart, and so that you don't have to upload things and then delete them and feel bad for spending so much time uploading pictures to include in the project. Another positive thing I really liked is the spell check option. So once you're done your project and you decide to go purchase, a screen like this is going to pop out and show you if there are any misspelled words or images that aren't large enough to print quality pictures from. So you can go back and check on those. That's one of the things I really liked about the software. Another thing I really liked is that this project itself has about 75 pages, and it's really hard to keep track of how much I'm spending. So down at the bottom there's a price check option, so you can take a look at how much it's going to cost you so far. I mean, it doesn't include shipping or taxes, but it's still a really good reference point for those of you who kind of are like me and kind of get lost in the building of your book. Another thing I really liked was that if you're a newbie and it's the first time you're using software like this, sometimes a little bubble or a little box will pop up at the bottom, not like this. I'm trying to get one to show up. Not sure if I can get it to toggle, but usually there's a little box that pops up in the corner that gives you hints or tips that you might want to take advantage of. For those of you who are a little bit more tech savvy and enjoy exploring different aspects of the software itself, I find it a little bit limiting, and I'm going to lead into the negatives right now with that. One thing I didn't like, there were a whole slew of different page layouts that I could choose from. Some people can see that as a positive, but I see it as very limiting. Some of the things, for example, under just pictures for 3 images isn't enough. I wanted a different sort of layout, similar to one in the bestsellers, but it includes text. So if I chose that option, I would have to delete the text box. Another thing I would have liked to do is, instead of doing that, I would have wanted the ability to copy and paste or duplicate my images, so that I don't have to go sifting and searching through page layouts for something I know that I want. What my publisher could have also thrown in, which I don't think would have been very hard because other software has the ability, is to include white borders around images. It's not very hard to add, and that would have saved me a lot of time than having to open my images individually in Photoshop and then re-importing them into the My Publisher software. On top of that, I also wanted the ability to kind of rotate images within the photo box. That would have been helpful. So something to note, My Publisher. I would have also liked the ability to select multiple images or select all images on a page if I wanted to move them. I mean, there probably is an ability to do that or the option to do that, but I couldn't find an easy click way to do that. So for someone who's not as tech savvy as myself, that can be very frustrating. So My Publisher, please put that in the next update and let us be able to move our images around, because once we've had them aligned, it's very difficult to move them back again to where we want them to be. So that pretty much covers what I wanted to talk about when it comes to the software and the ordering process. One of the things that is worth mentioning is that I would have liked to see a better processing and shipping system. I ordered 2 books, my wedding album and then a honeymoon album, and you cannot combine shipping What my publisher is doing is having them printed at a different location, and then each individual book is shipped separately. So you have to pay separate shipping for your books and whatever comes from that. I did not like that, and it was very confusing for me because I have to wait for 2 different shipments on 2 different days, which means I would have to take a day off work, or it's just very, it's kind of annoying. When I was talking about the honeymoon book, when I first signed up, I got an offer from my publisher to get a free hardcover photo book, and that's for the pocket-sized book. So I saved that, and I ordered my large photo album. And then when I wanted to take advantage of the free hardcover book, I wasn't able to. I had to call up my publisher, and my publisher said that the free hardcover photo book had to be my first order. Now that wasn't disclosed. There is terms and conditions at the bottom of the email, but it wasn't clickable. And there was a whole fiasco I had to deal with my publisher there. And basically it came down to me signing up for a new account to get that offer. So I think my publisher really needs to work on their marketing strategy. There is way too many promotions for them to keep track of the terms and conditions of each one. And on top of that, it's constantly, my publisher is constantly tracking or trying to attract new signups, but they're not doing anything to get repeat customers. So something like this, I probably would not do it again. I probably wouldn't encourage anyone to order the free hardcover photo because you have to pay for shipping separately, and it had to be your first order, otherwise it wouldn't apply. So that concludes my review of the software and the ordering process. Part 2 and Part 3 is going to review the individual hard copies of the products that I receive, and then comparing the both of them. So I hope this helps, and thanks for watching.